Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new, I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts, and in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the daddy sweatshirt that I'm making for my friend. He is becoming a father for the first time, and you know, I already embroidered this, but someone in the live asked me about the sleeves and stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be embroidering his sweatshirt with a sleeve. So as you guys know, the mama's sweatshirts have been all over the place, you know, but you know, dads are important too, okay? You know, so I wanted to not just give my girlfriend her mama's shirt, but I wanted daddy to have something as well. So I'm going to be doing the same concept for the mama shirt. I'm going to be doing it with the daddy. The only thing is, you know, they don't like the little flowery thing, right? So what I did was I just got this nice zip sweater, and then I just put daddy over here on the left side. And then what I'm going to do is on the left sleeve, I'm going to put the name, okay? And I'm also going to do the footprint, okay? Because, you know, that way he's not walking around with a heart and stuff like that, because that is a little on the girly side. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you guys how I do this. Okay, so this is the left sleeve, and as you can see, I have my crease already, right? So I already know where the middle part is. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my Mighty Hoop sleeve hoop, which is 9 by 3 inches, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the backing off, okay? Let me put the top to the side. And one of the things that I highly recommend that you also use is this, because what you do need is something to hold the stabilizer in place as you put this inside of the sleeve, because it can easily move, okay? So I use cutaway stabilizer whenever I do clothes, because people wash their clothes a lot, and when they wash their clothes a lot, tearaway stabilizer will dissolve in the wash. And one of the things about stabilizer is that it's supposed to help the threads stay intact, right? So whenever I have clothes, I always like to use cutaway, okay? So I am putting this in place. So now this is not going to shift anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to put this in this shirt, okay? So it can be a little tricky, because someone was asking, like, how do you do that? I usually do it from the biggest area to the smallest. So what I will do is I will open up the neckline, okay? And as you can see, this is usually the biggest area, right? And this is the middle, okay? So this is the portion that I want in front of the machine facing me, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this inside the sleeve. And I'm just going to put it all the way in. There you go. And then I'm just going to feel for it, right? Because I know where the middle is, so I'm just going to feel for it. Okay. And I'm going to push down as much as I can. Like right around here. This is perfect. Yep. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, where do I have the little, looking for the little template, because I want to make sure that it actually fits in the hoop when I actually put it in. Oh, I had it right underneath. Okay, so it's going to fit. It's going to fit fine. But I want to make sure, I want to tape it down to where I actually want it to embroider. Okay, and I kind of want to embroider it a little bit lower, like somewhere around here. This is perfect. So I'm just going to take this down to where I want it. Okay, so now that I have this inside with the stabilizer and stuff, I'm going to go get the top part, all right, and then I'm going to snap it. Okay. Okay, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. Had to deal with a customer, had to talk with the customer, not really deal with them, just talking with them. And my battery ran out, so I got a fresh new battery in here, so we're going to move on ahead. Okay, so I already showed you guys how to put this in, and I already put it in. Just so you guys can see, this is how I use my template, okay? I kind of like know where I want it to be. And, you know, I can make whatever adjustments I need to, if I want to. So I'm going to put it right like in the middle, somewhere here. There we go. This looks better. There you go. So I can make the adjustment. What I like is that it has the snowman feature, because I use a Brother PR1055, and the machine has a snowman feature. So one of the questions that I got was, how do I feed this into the embroidery machine? So I'm actually going to show you how I do this. I actually do that by putting it in head first and then feeding in through the sleeve. Okay, so let's go to the machine and I'll show you how I do it. Okay guys, so here I am at the machine, and one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to be feeding this into the machine. Now, as you can see, this is the sleeve, okay, and this is the head area. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to hold this, and as I'm holding this, I'm actually going to feed this in, okay, through the head, through the sleeve. There you go. I'm putting it all the way in, and then I'm going to keep going, okay, until I get to this part. All right, now as I can see right away, I had a smaller hoop before, so I'm gonna have to make an adjustment and make this a little bit wider so that it can hold this. And let me just adjust the hoop size, because I was using a 5x5 before, so I need to adjust my arm. Okay, and now I'm gonna start again. Okay, so I got this. I'm holding this in one hand. This is the part, the front of the shirt. So what I'm doing is I'm feeding it in. Okay, I'm just gonna feed it in, and then I'm going to put the hoop in. Now, the other thing that I want to mention to you, as you're feeding it in, it's gonna bunch up right here on the back. So what you're gonna need to do, because it gets a little tricky, you want to lift this. Okay, because you don't want a whole bunch of stuff in here, okay? So you want to lift this as you push this in, okay? So it gets a little tricky, but once you've done this a couple of times, you kind of know. So I am lifting this portion away, okay, because you don't want anything to get caught. As you can see, I pushed it, and then when you're okay, you push this in a little bit more, okay? But you want to make sure that what you have back here doesn't get caught, and it is kind of caught. So I kind of like have to put my weight in front. There we go. And then, and I put this in wrong. See, there's no hole here. So I put the hoop in the wrong way. All right, so I'm gonna have to re-hoop this. So let's start again. Okay guys, so I changed the front of the hoop. I need these bars, these little circles to face me. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you also, make sure, because I just noticed it when I went in here and I was like, oh, that would not have been good. Take out the piece that was holding the stabilizer. That's something that a lot of people forget. Don't do it. Don't forget. Thankfully, I put it in wrong, so I had to remember to look in here, okay? This also, you know, adds little extras, so you don't want this in the machine. It could mess up your machine. The whole purpose of this is just to hold down the stabilizer. Nothing else, okay? So now that I got the hoop correctly on, okay, and stuff, we're going to go right back to the machine, and we're going to start to re-hoop it, okay? And of course, I'm going to turn you guys around. Look who we have who has plopped themselves in front of the machine, okay? Without fail. Mello, honey, I'm going to need you to move. You're going to have to move. Can you move? Thank you. All right, so he's going to move. So that way we can go ahead and continue embroidering. So now I'm actually ready to put this in the machine. Okay, so here we go again, but this time we're doing it right. All right, so I got my hoop. Remember what I said? You're gonna go the part of the neck. Okay, I'm gonna start feeding it in. Okay, And then this is going to start to go in. Yep. Now, what you need to do is that part that you fed in, you want to lift it, okay? And you're going to push this in. Okay, now I usually don't put it in all the way as of yet because I want to make sure that in the bulk that I had back here in the machine, I want to make sure you guys can see it, what I'm talking about. Let me move you a little closer. Okay, see when you feed it in, you end up with all this bulk that you have there. What you want to do is you want to lift that up, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take your hands, you want to lift it, okay? And then you're going to push your hoop in. And when you push it in, you want to make sure that none of this is in the way. Okay? So it takes a little maneuvering. Because you want to make sure that you don't have anything in the way, that everything is... And I think I should push it out a little bit because I think I have stuff that's caught. Yep. I do. Okay. You want to lift it all the way. Now push it in. Now it's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to take the camera off of the stand because I want you to see exactly what it should look like behind there. Because I don't think you guys can really see what I see. Okay. So I'm going to lift you guys up a little bit and I'm going to take you a little bit around. So I want you to take a look at the arm, and I want you to see. When you lift this up, you have to lift it all the way, okay? You should be able to see your hoop or stuff like that. All this should be nice and clean. You don't want anything in the way, all right? And then just let it hang after that, okay? And stuff, after you put in your hoop. So now I know that my hoop is nice and secure, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my design, I'm going to load it onto my machine. Now, the other thing too is you want to make sure, okay, and I'm serious about this, guys, you want to make sure that you do a trace, okay? You want your design to be where it's supposed to be, so you want to do a trace. You want to make sure that the needle is not going to hit the side of these. Remember, these hoops, as great as they are third-party products, okay? These are not brother hoops. These are my hoops. So they work great, but you always have to be cautious that they are going to embroider within the hoop and not outside the hoop, and you don't want it to hit the side, okay? So I'm going to do a trace after I load the design on the machine. Okay, I have already changed my threads and stuff. So Henry is going to be blue. The feet are going to be red. And one of the things I want to do is I also want to do the snowman feature. I want to make sure that it's going to embroider exactly where I want it. And there you go. It picked it up. And so that you can see, it's picking it up. Okay. So now that it has picked it up and it's going to embroider exactly where I want it to embroider, I'm going to lift this up. But before I start anything, just like I mentioned before, you want to make sure you do a trace, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are going to be embroidering in the right area. The other thing that I want to mention to you guys, look what I'm doing right now. Look at the arm. I forgot to mention, you have to make sure that your shirt is in all the way. And that's what I'm doing right now. See? The reason why you want to make sure this is nice and snug, because you don't want this shirt to be embroidering on top of each other, okay? So you want to make sure that this area is clean. And that is one of the reasons why I like tracing, because all of that would have came out in the trace if you didn't have everything correctly. All right, so I have that. Now I'm going to do the trace, okay? And right off the bat, I can tell that it is going to hit the side of my hoop, okay? I'm going to show you the trace again. Watch this needle, see? Way too close for me. See, too close. So what am I going to do to resolve that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the item a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to trace it again. And that's a lot better. See if I can do it just a tad little bit smaller. And do another trace. Perfect. And I want to show you, I want to give you this angle so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And let me see if I can make it a little bit close. There you go. All right, so let's do a trace so you can see. See, you want to make sure that it's not going to hit the side, okay? You want to make sure of that. I'm going to move it just a little bit, and let me do it again. Just a little bit more. There you go. That's perfect. Okay, good. All right. So now that I have that all set and stuff, and I know that it's moving freely, I know that this needle is not going to hit any of the sides or anything, I am ready to embroider. So we're going to embroider Henry with a little footprint. Henry is going to be in blue, and the footprint is going to be in red. And this is just a 5-minute stitch. I will fast forward this part so that you guys can see it. And I'll put some nice music on so you guys can enjoy. Okay, this was a quick stitch, and now I'm going to take this out and let's take a look at it at the table, okay? guys, so here we are at the table, and now we're going to take all of this stuff off. This came out really cute. Let me give you a little, let me just snip that little thread that we had hanging there. Let me give you a quick preview. Look at how cute. With the little feet. Okay? This was a perfect idea. Now I'm going to just take this out. And put my hoop together. And I'll put this aside. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this inside out because you have stabilizer in here. So you want to get rid of all the stabilizer. So I'm going to just turn this sleeve inside out like this. So because I want to cut out all this stabilizer right here. Okay. So you just want to make sure you don't cut the stitches when you do this. Alright. That stabilizer out. Alright, so let's take this out. Alright, so let's take a look at this shirt and let's see how it came out. And I am very, very happy, and I know that he's going to like it. This is going to be really cool, very unique, not something that you can get anywhere. Okay, it's his little own special dad shirt. Okay, got dad right here on the logo. And he's got Henry on the sleeve. So isn't this cute, guys? Perfect for dads. Isn't that cute? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to embroider some matching baseball hats. I'm going to do a baseball hat with dad and mom on them and put that in the basket, and this should be really cute. I think they're going to like it. This is really, really super cute. I'm excited about this, guys. So anyway, I did want to videotape this because someone did ask me to do this. And I think I did one with a mama shirt, but you know, I said, let me do a daddy shirt. It was a great idea, and I really like the idea about the little footprints at the bottom with Henry on it. Let me see if I can get focused. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I think this is adorable. This is really cute, and I think the guys would really like that, okay? So anyway, guys, hope you like this idea. Hope you like the video. And if you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm all about embroidering, sewing, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you can join me on Fridays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Embroidery Happy Hour. So I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy. Bye.